Welcome back to another episode of Detailing Guru. In this episode, I'm going to show you 5 important things that you have to do before you start your polishing process. First things first, it might sound obvious, but you have to properly wash and chemically decontaminate your car to make sure you have no embedded contaminants on the paintwork before you start your polishing process. We brought the car back into the studio after its wash and decontamination. Now we are ready for the mechanical decontamination, which is claying the whole car. So we're going to start the claying process. I like to do this on a dry panel, so I don't like to clay on a wet car. So we dried the car and I'm going to do it a section at a time. So we have our clay loop and we have a piece of clay. So we can make it like a pancake shape. And some tip I can give you is when you push it with your hands, you don't have a flat clay. You have all kind of wobbles inside. So to make it flat, I push it on the window and I have a very nice surface to have a proper decontamination. Here we go. We spray an amount of clay loop on one section. Not too much, we want to really do it mechanically and we're going to move in straight motions. I grab my clay with 2 fingers and I keep this one here just to make sure that it doesn't fall on the floor. So straight motions. And a section at a time. Once I'm done with this section, I like to take a silk dryer, I like to wipe it dry and check if I did a proper job. Don't do a whole panel at a time because you will miss spots and your decontamination with clay will not be done properly. First thing I do after claying a car is to make a paint reading. So I have my pose detector, paint depth gauge, and I will go over every panel to check if it has some repaint done, if it has some Bondo on it, just to make sure that I don't make mistakes in my polishing process. Fourth step, a visual inspection of the car. This is really important to check and to check it with the proper lighting. Why is it important? Well, some cars come with defects on edges, have been repainted, or on some classic cars there are burn-throughs on the edges. If we start taping before proper inspection, what can happen is when we remove the tape that we remove the paint. On very expensive cars, this is something you don't want to happen. Now it's time to go to the dark side. Important in your light inspection, don't do it front face, make it at an angle and look into the light to find any type of defect. Last thing, masking sensitive areas. The goal is to mask parts that could be hit by your polisher, so you have to mask smart because it's otherwise a waste of product and a waste of your time. It makes no sense to mask this whole headlight when your polisher will never hit the headlight. In these cases you can lift the bonnet so your polisher doesn't hit the lamp. On the other hand, we have parts like this in plastic on top of the hood. If my polisher is here and my pad would hit this plastic, it will be stained forever. So mask smart and think your process, what the polisher will do and where the polisher can hit any type of part. Having masked this, if my polisher is here, it will never rub on the plastic and my plastic will be preserved. So taping is a matter of practice makes perfect. The more you do it, the better you get at it. On certain occasions, it might be interesting to tape off these grills to avoid dust getting in. But remember, when you do a heavy paint correction, we always advise to do a proper wash, and then all the dust will disappear in your washing process. We are now ready for polishing. I'm gonna check out which combination works best for me. I'm gonna get into my zone, so I'm out. Ciao.